Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Deja and today we will be doing my March reading wrap up for the month. I am excited. I had honestly, like, this was my best reading month I think I've ever had, and I'm excited about that. And I really think it's because of the channel that I'm like reading a lot more, because now I have like purpose and drive to like get through books, want to read more, you know, asking you guys what you guys want me to read, reading those, and just, you know, a lot more going on. And I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. It's a fun ride so far. So we're gonna be talking about the books I read in March. I read 16 books, and that's the most I've ever read. I think like when I first started reading and I was just binging books nonstop, I think even then the most I read in 1 month was like 13 books. So this was a new PR for me. I'm excited. I have my Goodreads pulled up so that we can go in order, starting from the beginning of the month down to what I'm like finishing up right now, being that it's the last couple days of March. The first book I read in March was the second book in the Inheritance Games, The Hawthorne Legacy, and I gave this a 5-star. This one was really, really good. It's funny because I read Inheritance Games like when I first got into reading. So I finally read this one with one of the book girlies in my Discord group, and we buddy read this one and I ate it up. Like, it was so good. I remembered everything that like happened in the first book, so it was just a good ride. She hopped in and read the third book right away, and she said that one was even better than this one, so I still need to read that one. Hopefully I can read in April or sometime soon. And the second book I read was, yeah, this is where we started going downhill. So the second book I read was Bride by Ali Hazelwood, and I have a video of me doing a reading vlog on this, and I'm not going to go into depth of like how I feel about it because I ranted there, but I did give this a 3-star, and it was my first Ali Hazelwood book that I read, and it was good. Like, there were parts that I liked and the storyline was good. There were just things that I didn't really enjoy about the book. I don't want to go into much because I don't want to repeat the same thing I'm going to be saying in another video, but I did enjoy, what was his name? Lo? Yeah, Lo. I did enjoy him. I think he was like my favorite part. And then the sister, what was her name? The sister, the little girl, Anna. Anna and Lo were like, did it for me in the story, but that was about it. Like, it was a little overhyped for me. And then another one to follow up with, like, I feel like we just go downhill from here, but the next one I read was Lightlark by by Alex Astor, and this was another one that I think I generously gave this 3 stars. This was our book club in my Facebook book group for March, and it was really slow. I feel like a lot of the times I'm like, what is happening again? Like, what am I supposed to be waiting for? Because I don't feel like anything is happening. The ending was good, and I feel like a lot of people feel like, oh, the ending was so good, and that's kind of like, it picks up, it does start slow, but the ending, and I'm like, no, it wasn't worth it for me. And don't hate me for that. I feel like people are gonna come for me for this, but guys, I have a lot to say. I don't think I recorded me reading this, so I'm gonna vent right now for the first time. If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin, I gave this, I rated it a 2-star. Don't come for me, don't come for me. But guys, what the hell was this? All I needed from this book was like the last 2 chapters. I could have did without the other 70 something chapters in this book. The whole time I'm reading, I'm like, is something gonna happen? Like, we went through 4 years of high school and nothing happened. Like, and I don't really like books, so I had like kind of a similar issue with You've Reached Sam. That was another one. I don't really like when the, like, you know, like the characters die in the beginning. Like you know that they're dead. Sorry. Trigger warning, sorry. But you know that they're gone. And then it starts off like telling like, this is how they died. And then the rest of the story is like, starts from the beginning. Because I feel like you take away all of the emotion that could have been executed in a story like this if you would just not let us know that he's gonna die, and like build up this friendship and all their miscommunications and what could have been, and then once they finally like start connecting again, then this happens, and like that is heart-wrenching. But like I already know what was happening, so it was like, let's get to it. Like, where is it gonna happen at? And it literally was the last chapter. They spent, spoiler, I don't even care because this book is not worth reading in my opinion. Literally, they spent their first night together, and in the morning he dies. Like, I read 70,000, oh no, I read 85 chapters for one night for a 12-hour span of, yeah, that, you know, I'm just, yeah. The fourth book I read in March was The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. And I know, like, where have I been? I've owned this book for literally over a year and never read it. And I finally read it. I think we were reading this on my Discord group too together. Yeah, I think we read this together. My Discord group is so much easier because it's smaller. It's like a tight group and we all kind of like the same stuff. So we all read pretty much at the same pace. If not, you know, some of them read faster than I do. So we go through a couple group reads together throughout the month. But we read this one, and guys, I was surprised because I have read other Frida McFadden books and did not like them. But like, I felt like they were all really predictable, and yeah, like they just fell short. Like I just didn't really enjoy them. So when I picked this one up, I told the girls in Discord, I said, listen, if this one doesn't hit, I give up on Frida McFadden. Like, she's just like not the author for me, and I get like so many people love her, and I just wasn't getting that same feeling. So when I read this, I'm like, okay, let's just kind of like see what happens. Guys, this hit. This one was hitting, and I can see why it's so popular. I gave this, I think, a 4-star as well. Yeah, I did, and I wrote like such a long review because I think it was really good. If you haven't read this one and you're like scared because it's overhyped, no, this one was really good. I actually really enjoyed it. So this hit, it was really, really good. I really enjoyed that one. Please go read it if you haven't. The sixth book I read in March was Hunt Me Darling by Marie Rose. This was supposed to be a dark romance, like a suspense romance, mystery vibes. It reminded me of the show Quantico. If anyone has ever watched it, literally that's all I could think about while I was reading the show. It was all right. I think I gave it a 3-star. But it wasn't like a bad 3-star. I feel like maybe this could be like a 3.5. It is a short story, so like, you know, if you want a quick read. Now, on to the good stuff. So I feel like from here, we're up. I feel like from here, we are having all good reads. Okay, no, we didn't. I lied. So, the next book I read, which you will see in another reading vlog, so I'm not going to dive too deep into my reactions, but Magnolia Parks, yeah, by Jessa Hates Things. I really don't want to like go crazy and saying too much because I have a whole reading vlog of me venting about this book. But 5 stars, like 5 stars, ate it up. She ate. She did her thing, and I understand why people love this series so much. I plan on reading Daisy Hates this in my April TBR. It's already on there. I am I am super excited to just get back. I kind of like want to like go back into Magnolia and BJ, but I hear Christian and Daisy are like the it couple too, and I know she's more of like a mobster family. Like, it's just, I'm here for it. This is a good time. If you haven't, please do, because I don't know what took me so long to like hop on the bandwagon, because now I get it, you know. 5 stars. Please go read this. All right, for my 8th read in March, I read another Kindle Unlimited book, and this one was a little bit different than my normal go-to reads. It was really good, actually, by Monica Hasey. It is a literary fiction about a woman who gets a divorce and just like learning life after that, and how to find herself after her divorce. And it was really good. It was funny. I think overall I really enjoyed the story. I did give it a 3-star. Not a bad 3-star. You know, I feel like I have to explain my 3 stars, because there's like me being generous and giving a 3-star, but then a strong 3-star where like I enjoyed it. After that, I did read book 5 of Heartstoppers, and I really love this story. I think I mentioned in another video that I was not expecting to love this series so much, but like I just ate it up and I really enjoyed it. And at the end of this book, the author does say that Heartstoppers will continue in volume 6, but that will be the last book in the series, I believe. So that is really sad. I'm really looking forward to reading book 6, but not looking forward to its like wrapping up and ending. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one a lot. I gave it 5 stars like the rest of the series. Did I give it 5 stars? Oh, I gave it 4 stars. Sorry, I gave it 4 stars. But again, this is like a strong 4-star, because I couldn't give every book in that series a 5-star, because I feel like book 4, no, was it book 4? I think book 3 or 4 I gave it 5 stars, and that one was like just so much to unpack in that book. So I feel like I can't give another one 5 stars unless it's way better than that one. Next, I read another thriller, which is like been everywhere on Facebook, and it's That's Not My Name by Megan Lally, I think. And I gave this one a 3.75 because this was another Discord group read we did, and guys, this one was good. I was not expecting it. I really felt like it was predictable, and then the twist at the end was so sad, and it was so good, and really not expected. It's really good. I think that you guys should go read it if you're into thrillers, or if you're wanting to give a thriller a chance but don't really know. This one was also a really, really good one. The next book I read in March was A Love Letter to Whiskey. Guys, I hated so many tropes about this book, but the story was just so painful and like gut-wrenching, and the back and forth you deal with, the constant miscommunication, the like just fucking tell him or tell her and they never do tropes. Like, it's so painful. It's so good. Then the ending, oh, I just got chills, like when they're adults, because obviously now it starts off as their kids and then it grows all the way up until they're adults, and the adult part of it made me feel so much more than like the teenage part of it, because they're just like young and it's kind of like YA-ish, but then you get into like the adult portion of like when they're like starting their careers and like learning life, even before that when they went to college, and the pain and like the grief they feel over this love that they have for each other but never get a chance to explore it. It's just so freaking good. My Goodreads is 4 stars, but in the review I put 4.5 stars. My next read was Belladonna by Adeline Grace. So I actually started this book back in, I think I mentioned this, that's where I talk about it. I have a video vlogging about me reading this. I'm like, oh, I feel like I've said all this before. I did do a reading vlog on this. So I did enjoy it though. It was so good. The ending was so good. Like the things that unraveled at the end, it was just like perfection. It was just so good. I really enjoyed the story, the like kind of mystery-ish vibe you get from it. It's just, if you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I gave that a 4.5 star as well. So here is where we go a little bit back to our not so great books. So I'm like just realizing I had a lot of books that were like not that great, but you know, you live and you learn. My next book is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. And what did I say on Goodreads, because I have to make sure I don't say anything. So I said it's not my favorite. It was very slow, very much a slow burn, which I do remember, because I think that's the problem. Is like I don't remember anything that happened in this book. Like I remember bits and pieces, and I remember like the gist of the story, but I can't tell you details. Yeah, it just wasn't it for me. There's so many parts where I'm like, what are we talking about right now? Like, what does this have to do with the story? Like, can we get back on track here? So I don't want to pick up the second one, but I do want to read her other series. But that's all I'm gonna say about that, because I have a reading vlog of this one as well, so I don't really want to repeat myself too many times with that book. We get back to the good stuff here. After that, I ended up reading Villains Are Destined to Die by Guan, don't know how to say the last name. And I actually really enjoy this. You play who they make the villain, and her name is Penelope Eckhart. And in hard mode, it's like so much harder to like find love, but it's super easy for her to die. So she has to try not to die and build relationships with 5 different love interests, I believe it was. And yeah, it was just a good time. I actually really enjoyed this, surprisingly. And the way it ends is kind of like a little bit of a cliffhanger, and then you get this last love interest who is a little bit swoon worthy, and I'm like, okay, I need more from him. So I definitely want to get all of them. Actually, I think there's 5 books, maybe 6 books right now, and I think there's another one coming out soon. So yes, I want to read this whole entire series. It was so good. I'm really enjoying it so far, and I think I gave this 5 star because, one, it's super easy to read. It's like obviously, like, it's, you know, comic vibes, so fast paced. And then I am currently, last book here of March, reading A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I'm halfway into this. Eating it up, guys. Eating it up. I literally don't think I have one page that I didn't annotate yet. The writing is beautiful, the story is beautiful, the pain, the love story, the betrayal, you know, her perception of Dracula is just, it's so good. I'm really enjoying this story. I've been seeing this floating around everywhere. Been annotating this, really loving it. I can already tell you I'm going to give this a 5 star. I'm finishing this up. I have like a couple days left to finish this in March, and then yeah. I almost forgot my other current read because I was literally gonna just bypass this. So I'm actually just finishing up the 3rd book of the Zodiac Academy series, The Reckoning. And guys, that's another one, 5 star. Like, I've been waiting for The Reckoning to happen, because if you know at all in this series, the first couple books, the twins are like getting into Solaria and into the Zodiac Academy, and the only way to get their inheritance and also their spot on the throne of the queens or rulers of Solaria is they have to make it to the Reckoning and survive the Reckoning. So this 3rd book is that, so I'm super excited to finish up. I'm about 65% of the way in, so I'll probably be finishing that up today or at least by tomorrow. And I already know it's gonna be a 5-star because it's already giving all the relationships and entanglements and friendships, and then all the things unraveling and all the new stuff coming to light, plus the reckoning that's gonna happen at the end. I already know I'm eating it up. I'm loving the series so much. I've mentioned this in my last month's wrap up video that I'm loving this series. My daughter's changing my lighting on me. I'm loving the series, so Enid, stop. So I just wanted to throw that in there because I almost forgot about that, and I would have just went on without mentioning it. So that's it. That was all I had to say. So say hi.
Hi.
It's all the books that I read in March, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I feel like that was very informative. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully we have a better reading month. Hopefully we can have like all, I'll say 3-star, but I have a lot of 3-star. Hopefully we can have like more 4, 5-star reads next month. I feel like I'm really excited for my April TBR, and I have some really good picks on there, and we'll see from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this a thumbs up if you did, and comment down below if you guys read any of these books and liked them, didn't like them. Let me know your thoughts, and if you got this far into the video, please leave a rainbow emoji, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.